In this question of mensuration, a cylindrical pipe is given where two cones are inserted from the two ends like this, and let's say this is cone 1, right, and the other side this is cone 2, right. Here we can see the diameter of both the ends of the cylinder is 6 centimeter. So similarly that diameter will be applicable on both the cones, and accordingly the radius of both the cones will be equal to 6 by 2, that is 3 centimeter. The height of the cylindrical pipe is given as 21. So let us assume h as the height of one of the cone number 1, and then the height of the second cone, that is cone number 2, will be 21 minus h, right. So for cone 1 we can say that radius is 6 by 2, that is 3 centimeter, right. Same I have written over here, and height, as we have assumed, it's h, a small h. So this is the data for cone 1, and similarly for cone 2, the radius of the cone 2 is 6 by 2 because 6 is the diameter. So 6 by 2 will be the radius of the base, so it will be equal to 3 centimeter, right. So for cone 2 the radius is 3 centimeter. Similarly the height of cone 2 will be 21 minus h, because the total length of the cylindrical pipe is 21 and h is the height of cone 1, then 21 minus h will be the height of cone 2, right. Now another data given into the question, that 2:1 is the ratio of the capacities of these two cones, right. That means what is the capacity? Capacity will be equal to the volume, right. So the volume, the ratio of the volume of these two cones is given as 2:1. And what is the formula of a volume of a cone? It's 1 by 3 pi r²h, right. So just put up the value over here. 2 by 1 should be into the LHS, because this is the ratio of the volumes of the two cones as given into the question. So 2 by 1 will be equal to volume of cone 1 divided by volume of cone 2. And what is the volume of cone 1? 1 by 3 pi r²h with height as h, and in the denominator the volume of cone 2, it's 1 by 3 pi r²h height. So in place of height it will be 21 minus h, as we have already decided how. Now when you solve it, it's a single variable equation. It's a linear equation in one variable, which gives 42 equal to 3h, or h can be calculated as 42 by 3, which is equal to 14 centimeter. So height of cone 1 can be calculated easily. Over here you can see that it's 14 centimeter. Similarly, if h is 14 centimeter, then 21 minus h will be the height of cone 2. So that is calculated as 7 centimeter, right. So I am marking it over here. Now we need to calculate the volume of these two cones. So volume of cone, what is the formula? We have already written over here earlier, 1 by 3 pi r²h. So pi r²h, so 1 by 3 into pi will be 22 by 7, and radius will be 3, so 3 square into h, height will be 14 as we have calculated. So just put up the value to get volume of cone 1 as 132 centimeter cube, right. Now the volume of cone 2, what's that? Volume of cone 2 is calculated by using the same formula, 1 by 3 pi r² into height, but height of the second cone is calculated as 7 centimeter. So just put up this value to get the volume of cone 2 as 66 centimeter cube. So this is our answer. 66 centimeter cube is the volume of the cone 2. Now we need to find, as asked into the question, we need to find the volume of the remaining portion of cylinder. That means inside the cylindrical pipe two cones are there. After that, what is the volume of the remaining portion? So volume of the remaining portion can be calculated very easily, as just calculate the volume of the cylinder and from that deduct the volume of cone 1 and volume of cone 2. So I am writing it over here, volume of cylinder minus volume of cone 1 minus volume of cone 2. So volume of cylinder is pi r square h. Pi will be pi into r square, that means 3 square into h. H means the complete height of the cylindrical pipe, that is 21, right? Minus volume of cone 1 we calculated 132 and volume of cone 2 we have already calculated 66. So just solve this to get the volume of the remaining portion of the cylindrical pipe. So that we have calculated as 396 centimeter cube. How? You can see here 22 into 27 minus 198. Let us do 22 into 27. So 7 to 14, 7 to 14 plus 1, 15 plus 44. So it is coming in 594. So 594 minus 198 is 396 centimeter cube. So this is the volume of the remaining portion of cylinder, that is what is left after deducting two cones. So in this way we have solved this question. Just like and subscribe to my channel. Happy